What's up, it's Cash here. Welcome back to another guitar lick lesson here. We're going to be looking today at the way in which you can play your rhythm and your leads together at the same time. We're going to layer them on top of each other. So normally it's cool when you got your rhythm player kind of holding the chords down and you got your lead player playing his solos over him, or you're swapping. Normally takes two players for that. What we're going to be looking at today is like what you do when you're by yourself, kind of working on your rhythms and your leads. Can you put them together? It is a great thing because what it does is when you do add your rhythms and your leads together, it helps you with your phrasing. So you'll notice you'll start playing leads and you'll start working on your particular phrases and which notes you're going to be pulling out. You'll also be looking at like the chords on where am I landing on the first? How much time do I have in a bar to pull out particular notes? What this does is it really helps when you are playing with others. It really helps when you're playing in bands, blues bands especially, because it helps you form like a question and answer to yourself, and it helps you connect with the other players because you're now beginning to understand how all of the dynamics work. It's a good way really to develop like how far away from the chords you'll be. So if you're playing quite high up the neck and you're playing your leads down, how much time you have and how to build things kind of closer together. So we're going to take a deeper dive. Let's take a look. Okay, so we're going to be talking about how to play rhythm and lead at the same time. So what you kind of want to do first is you want to hone in on your rhythm sound, because that's your backbone of absolutely everything. So in this example I'm going to be using D major into the A major with the G on the top, D and into the A. So you've just got like your basic kind of major rhythm, major chords in a rhythm that you like to jam. And then you're going to be looking at, okay, where am I soloing? So it's in the key of D major and B minor. So I'm going to be soloing kind of in those pentatonics. D major and into B minor pentatonic. So now I'm going to be going in and out of that. Now the key here is to always land on the one. Always land on the one with the chord, the major chord. Because when you land on the one, what it does is it establishes the rhythm. It establishes the groove as well. Then you do all the leads on everything off it, so if you're busy waiting, you can come in with the lead almost straight away. Gives you a bit more time, or you can come in with it right at the end. So it kind of shortens the lead time that you have. So you're kind of busy measuring the whole time of when to go in and how much of the chord you want to use. Another thing to kind of be aware of when doing it is how far away from the actual chords you're going. So if you got quick changes in the progression, so in this particular example it's pretty okay, because you can run all the way up here, do something like that and kind of just make it back in time to land on the one. But as it gets to the end of the progression, I don't want to be, when that chord progression there on the end is happening, I don't want to be running up here or trying to do something up here and trying to make it back there. You're not going to make it back in time to land on the one. So the goal is to pretty much just keep the leads happening in between and kind of question and answer yourself. So if you literally had broken that down into two things, you would have just the chords and just the lead. If there were two guitar players doing it, you would have just the guitar, one guy playing the rhythm, one guy playing the lead. So now you're kind of combining them, which is really cool because it allows you to play over yourself. Not as much as it would with two guys, but it is a pretty great experience. It helps you also to really pick your notes carefully, and it helps you to phrase off yourself, you know, so you've got what it also does is it allows you to pretty much work on your phrasing, because when you're working on your phrasing, that's going to make you a better player overall, whether you're playing with bigger guys or jamming in bigger bands, or you're jamming blues or country or whatever it is that you're working on. It'll help you do that. Then one thing also that you can look at with it is it'll also build up to the injection of creating riffs, because what happens is you start to play your lead almost in a rhythmic style where you can. So you can go. So you could pretty much, for example, you could take that and turn that into a riff. You could take. Not fully, but I mean, it'll lead to kind of stuff that you do later on when you start to actually pull a chord out and then put a lead on top of it, and it starts to become an actual riff. So yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. I'll just do kind of another little example, another little run through, and then hope that helps. Cool, thanks so much for sticking around. I hope that helped. If you got anything that you're struggling with or want to work on, or any ideas or how this has worked for you, just drop a couple comments in the comments section below. And if you like what we're doing here, just hit subscribe. And I put out videos kind of every week, so check them out. Take it easy.